Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for you guys. I'm joined by the Kaiju King, the Highwayman, Bald Gnome with the Dome, TJ.
Do you think the guy that came up with the term... Never mind.
Man, you really got to stop letting the people hanging like that.
This is funnier because it makes people angry and they get mad at me, and I get attention out of it. So okay.
But we've got some matches over from Sully's Abode for you guys to commentate over. For those of you who don't know, Sully's is the local card shop that we go to every Thursday for Digimon. We start about 6:30 p.m. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, want to check us out or check the shop out, please do feel free to swing on by. I'll drop their TCG player link down in the video description below, along with our socials. Today's matchup features Jorel on the left, going up against Coop, who is bringing back the Omnimon DNA, and Jorel is going up with Royal Knights. I think this is more the Turbo Royal Knights that we saw earlier this week. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below, and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. But yeah, without further ado and any more yapping, let's just hop right into this bad boy.
I feel like I'm the one who has done this to everyone with Coop playing Omni DNA so much recently, because he asked me like the other week like what he should play, and I happened to pick Omni DNA by accident, and then since then he's been running Omni DNA. And I regret my choice fully. It's been so painful because I've played it both weeks, and it's Monka.
I mean, it's still a very solid deck. You
Oh,
know,
no,
the
for
Omni
sure.
Ace as a card is really, really good. Oh,
Yeah,
hammers.
Miraculous is a really strong option.
Oh. So the classic Omeka jamming.
Yep, never dies.
And then we play a Final Guardian, chokes to 1. The fact that Final Guardian can be...
Last Guardian.
Can be like almost like a 2-cost search at times is wild.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Coop just rushing down with rookies, getting some early search going, which is really good. Does find an Omnimon.
Yeah.
Already kind of
Omeka jamming. Here we
my
go.
God, miraculous goodness. Is able to play out a tie off of it and has to hand. Wow.
And so
This
I've
is tough.
played a fair bit of Royal Knights this set so far. I'm definitely not like, what do you call it, like an expert on it. I'm still like kind of learning and kind of fine-tuning stuff in terms of like learning the deck. But I feel like both from a like player perspective and someone who has also played against it a fair amount in testing, I do feel like it's very strong. There's a reason why it's considered one of the best decks in format for sure. You know, new Omni X, the new Omekamon, Cool Boy, definitely a lot of support there. But it does require some setup. Typical as like Royal Knights has needed in the past, right? Where you kind of needed a little bit of time to build up your stack and get ready for your big Unga Bunga play. So decks that do go fast, for example, like Rookie Rush strategies, hybrid decks, you know, purple hybrid may be a thing of the past now, but red hybrid, blue hybrid still can go fast enough where you can get by, right? You know,
Yeah.
and still do a lot of damage to them early, particularly if you're just throwing bodies that you don't care they live or die. You just kind of go at face. Pretty good.
Omeka does finally die in security.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to tuck a Gallant X off of that. But Jorel has to be careful. He's looking at 0 security next turn, with there being
Right.
a Nuko and 3 or 2 Agus on board already. It is pretty scary.
Oh god, the Omeka army.
Yeah, so Lord Knight just plays it back out, gets another draw off it. So Jorel, unfortunately, just kind of looks like he's missing some of the control pieces he would like to see to you know, be able to handle the board
Right.
a bit better.
Lord Knight will have 1 redirect,
Yeah.
which is not bad. We do go ahead and pick up the Gabu off of the Uko search, and then, I mean, Coop has free reign to kind of start doing some things here.
Yeah, agreed.
It's a matter of how he wants to sequence some things. We'll go ahead and okay.
Does hit Fire Rocket, no blockers, so the card does not do anything. Swing another Agu. It's an ace.
So here, it would have been nice, like, I know this sort of not turbo, but like huge aggression. So I'll take a break here. So we go ahead and play the We go into Wargrey, go Melga, then Omni DNA, getting rid of the Lord Knight and the rest of the Omechas. We go ahead, do the check. Is an Oryukin ace? And
well, he trashes.
He trashes
the
it.
top.
Yeah.
So that's just game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Coop. Yeah, that's what I had a feeling was going to happen. Was he was going to? Jorel just needed, I think, to block an earlier check there. I think Jorel was thinking of like blocking the Uko to make sure that it went bye.
Sure.
But
sure.
I think realistically, if the Uko swings into security, it's probably going to die regardless. So it's better just to block any swing that comes in to just save yourself the extra chip. Although that being said, it wouldn't have mattered because then Coop just swings the Uko at the end of there anyways and still does the last chip he needs and then just Omni DNA still. But it's tough. It was a hard spot to be in. The tie and map being able, like allowing your Omni to attack after DNAs is really strong.
Right.
It's really, really good.
But I think what I was about to say here was that like Jorel's current build with this more like Fire Rocket Gallant focus build to like just do a lot of aggression does take a little bit more time, I will say, than your like typical Royal Knights build, I would assume. Because you're kind of just relying on seeing your Gallants and purging them out and doing aggression there. But I mean, I think like you said, kind of like a very good showing of just how like low to the ground aggression can still hurt a deck like Royal Knights.
Yeah, he was just able to put enough damage in early enough to get a game-winning play there. Jorel's hand's looking a little bit better this time.
Yes. Seeing a Cool Boy and a Purge out early is always really good. You've got a Gallant X already tucked in there, which can do a lot of damage. Or you can Ace is just a good removal card for Royal Knights.
We do Purge.
We'll have Rush. Go ahead, swing. If it lives, it'll restand and trash top card of security, which it does.
Yep. It's a tie.
Or you can gains back the memory. Sneaky.
Which is good. Really, really good. Swing another. Oh, man, he hits both the Tamers out of security and trashes
that is tough.
That's tough. That's just unlucky.
For 3, we play out a Blanc to draw 2. And
the Fire Rocket. I
Yep.
did Jorel's movements. Was like, dang it. If I had this to turn early, because he could have put Koopa as your security.
Yeah. So Uko comes out, picks up a Melga, go ahead and hatches, and goes into a... So I think we're just looking at what'll kind of stay alive next turn. We're going to lose the Gallant X and the Oryukin Ace, so at least for now, 2 checks.
Yeah, the Blanc and the Omecha. The Blanc can decoy for one of the for the Oryukin or the Gallant in case there is a deletion effect that would come in here.
Right.
Which is good. It's good to have that live at least. Coop does go and do a BT14 Agu in the back. He's just sort of pondering what to do. And it's a tough spot. It's hard. Like the Cool Boy setup early is good. This is a lot of like powerful cards that can potentially come back out from the sources already.
Well, speaking of Cool Boy.
Oh, second Cool Boy. And because the card was removed, we do gain 3 memory off of the Oryukin, which is huge.
Yeah, I was about to say your best bet probably would have been to try to just choke as efficiently as possible, because with 1 Cool Boy and 2 in sources, you're only reducing by 8, which is not enough to like do an Omni play full out. But now we have 2 Cool Boys. That makes it essentially a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cost reduction.
Right.
We still do choke to 1, which is pretty good. So I think Coop was able to stave off at least another turn.
Oh my goodness, he actually... Omecha did die.
Omecha did die, so now
he is effectively reducing by 12.
Yeah.
With the Cool Boys in mind.
See an Omni X.
Yeah, he's debating what he wants to do. I think he's thinking about the Omni X. He also does just have the Omni that he could play. He doesn't really have any other control choices in hand, though, it looks like.
Right. I mean...
Which is tough.
It is tough. Because Coop has both... He has bodies out on board that can do some things as well. So... It's a tough situation.
Yeah, I think what honestly would have been one of the best things we could have done is if the Omni X would have gotten tucked.
So we are going to choose the Omni here. We'll go ahead and play out all the fellas.
Yeah.
We'll pop the Agu, suspend the Cool Boys, choke to 1, draw 2, and I guess here essentially we're just saying deal with me. Can't deal
Go to
with me,
3.
then we'll take the game. But if Coop can do something here, I mean, the ace is also a removable card, which would
which can gain
overflow a
more
lot of memory. We don't have any blockers out on board, and we don't have any redirects.
Yeah, no. So this is a bit of a tight spot. Yeah, I think if the OmniX would have gotten tucked, we're honestly in a really good position. But it's hard because we could have removed security and kept turn with the end of turn effect of OmniX. But I don't know if he had in hand or not when he placed the Jess.
Oh, a hammer spark.
Okay, go to 4.
What are we doing here?
Looks like Coop's thinking.
Oh, miraculous here for 2. Play out a Gabu. Here we go. So
Okay,
here we come. So we play out a Wargrey. Wargrey will let him warp into a Melga. We'll gain the memory off of the Tamers. DNA into an Omni Ace. Omni Ace will be able to get rid of the 2 level 6s here. And then bot deck the highest level.
He deletes.
Deletes
he
the
bot decks.
Bot decks
he bot
a 2,
decks,
yeah.
Digimon on the same level and then deletes something.
So deletes the Oryuken, gains the memory back. We'll go ahead and swing into the Blanc, trashing top of security off a Wargrey effect. Then, ooh.
There's a Wargrey here, and we can go ahead and swing and raid into the Omni.
Yikes.
At 16k. Which is pretty tough. It does pierce. And then end of turn can just swing using the Mat tie.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the game. Yeah, I think I don't know if Jorel had the OmniX in hand or not, but I think that was the game changer. I think he needed to play OmniX out because he could have kept turning.
Well, I mean, one thing too to consider, right, is that, and it's often a fact that I miss as well because it's not something that is as talked about as much, but when one of your Royal Knights leave, Cool Boy will allow you to play out Auto Mecha. So, for example, when we got rid of, it would depend on the sequencing and how things like played out, right? But if we played out the Omeka off of one of like your initial Royal Knights leaving, play out Omeka, and you're at 1 or less security, you can Evo into OmniX there and then, and maybe do some interruptive plays. I might be wrong there, but
you're correct. But the issue is that he was at 2 security when the last Royal Knight was about to leave, so there wasn't a chance for him to do it.
Sure. Okay. There you go.
Because it would have hit the board and the on play would have whiffed because he wouldn't have had 1 or less, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Right. So yeah, no, that's tough. That is tough.
That's why I think his only out was to have the OmniX tucked instead of the Jess, and then be able to spit it out with the Omni play, and then have OmniX end a turn and swing, and then gain the memory back off or Yukin's all turns, and then he could have swung with the rest of the board to just have game. Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think, again, you know, we talk a lot about how Royal Knights is very strong. Like, there are ways to combat it. It's still a tall hill to climb for sure. Don't get me wrong. But still shows that there are ways to go about it. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.